Missed practicing with you live on this April 8th, the day after the full pink moon of April. Wanted to share some nice flows with you. If you're like me, been at home long enough that you're just starting to get, or maybe you started getting a little stir crazy long ago, maybe a good flow to work some of that energy that we're all carrying. Let's work it out today. If you had the opportunity to read the blog I set out the other day, you know the importance and the wonder and the value of a full moon and what it has to reveal and remind us. Perhaps as we go into this practice today, you give some thought to the gifts that you carry. And maybe there's one particular gift that you are most proud of. It's not necessarily something you have done, it's something about who you are. Something about what you bring to this planet and this existence that we call life. And then as you work through your practice today, as we flow from one end of this mat to the other, let's celebrate that wonderful energy, that wonderful gift that is you, your best full moon shining self. Today I'm going to invite you to maybe take your mat and stretch it out this way, although you could go the opposite way, and then when we get to that moon salutation, you may want to take it with the long end of the mat facing this way. But if you're comfortable with it, we're going to be working up and down this way with some sun salutations too. And it might be something you're familiar, you're comfortable with. You might be able to just kind of turn your gaze away from the screen for a while and just go with the words that flow you. So take a moment to get your mat set up the way you'd like. And then let's settle in here into a practice that celebrates not only the full pink moon of April, but the full, bright, shining self of you. As we begin, just to settle in with the breath, giving ourselves this time to kind of push aside any of those fears or anxieties that all of us carry. I know every time I feel like I'm getting a headache or I feel any heaviness in the chest, woo, the old fearometer starts to rise. And I have to come back to this breath right now, like the ocean wave, moving in, washing out, cleansing away any of the unnecessary stuff in our life. Good, deep, settling breaths. Maybe you're taking a little bit of time here right now to also focus on that gift of you. Let's draw and settle that in with the breath. And when you're exhaling, maybe envision that breath giving out that gift. Drawing in the energy and the breath of life. Give back your gift on the exhalation. Most of our work today is going to be done on our feet. We're going to really do most of our warm-ups and some further breath work when we're standing. But for now, let's just warm up a little bit with our neck here. Get things opened up from the top. Then we'll go down to the bottom. So we'll drop the chin into the chest. Let's sweep the hands up overhead, planting the hands on the back side of the head, just resting them there with the fingers interlaced. No need to press down. Just let the weight of your hands be enough to stretch the back of the neck. Then releasing the hands from the back of the head, let's roll that left ear right on over to the left shoulder. And I'll swing the left arm up and gently place it on the top side of the head and gently press the left ear to the left shoulder. Releasing that, bring the head right on up. Bow the head. Sweep the right ear over to the right shoulder. Swing the right arm up and overhead. Place it on the top side of the head. Gentle pressure, right ear to right shoulder. Release that. Let the head lift back up. Go ahead and roll your shoulders around a little bit. And back the other way. Let's take our hands right out in front of us. Let's work the palms of our hands a bit here. Kind of wiggle the fingers. And then take the right hand over to the left hand and pull the fingers back as you press out through the base of the left hand. Pointing the fingers down. Pull the hand back as you press out through the wrist. Releasing that, grab a hold of the left wrist with the right hand, make a fist with the left hand, and let's circle that around. You can do figure eights, both directions, or just nice circles, swiveling it around. Supporting the wrist as you do that, and then just open up the hand, remembering that shining self, that energy, that gift that is you. Flash it like a little beacon on a foggy night. And then we'll take that over to the right side. Press out to the base of the right palm, take the left hand and pull the right fingers back. Releasing the hand, bend the fingers down, push out through the wrist and pull the hand back with the left hand. Releasing the hand, grab the right wrist with the left hand, make a fist with the right, swivel it around, figure eights or circles, just hit all the directions, working, opening up the joint, the wrist, bones that come together there. And then let's flash it open, shining yourself out like a little beacon. And then take the hands, just shake them out. And I'm going to invite us to stand up. Let's take the knees here in front of us, push onto the feet. My cushion off to the side here. And then let's take our toes, take our weight of our body right on over into this right foot, knuckle the toes under on that left foot, top of the foot, and begin to just work it very gently. Just trying to press on the top of the toes, top of the foot, just a soft pressure first, and then you can take it into a soft, gentle roll off the top of the foot. You're heading into sandal season. We want to get those feet nice and flexibly opened. And then we'll take the toes and the toes and the ball of the foot, press down on that, and then rotate the ankle and the knee. Maybe let it swing up to your hip. Just feel a little bit up there into the hip joint as well. And then take the circle of that back the other direction. Once you've completed that, go ahead, plant right into that left foot now. Let's knuckle the toes under of the right foot. Press down gently on the top of the toes and the top of the foot. Soft, gentle roll. Both directions. And then we'll settle the toes and the ball of the right foot onto the mat. Press into it a bit. Keep the heel lifted. Work the ankle and the knee. Move it on up to the hip just a little bit. It's very subtle there. If you plant your fingers right into that hip joint, you'll feel the movement within. Back the other way. Wonderful. Then let's settle those feet a little wider than hip width apart right now. Hands can rest on the hips, and we begin to swivel the hips around. Let it be some playful movement here. As we take it back the other way, we'll invite that playfulness in by just letting the hands hang down and then sweep the arms back behind you as you move the hips forward. Let it fall to the opposite side of the hips, and it drops out in front as the hips move back. And if there's a certain spot that just kind of wants more, go ahead and rub into it. Just be playful. Dance like the clouds that were just playing around with that moon the other night. Swirling around it. The moon kind of smiling through them all. And we'll pause this right at the bottom and let's take this into a breath of joy. Once you're hanging down, let's step the feet in so you've got them right underneath your hips. Feet are pointed forward, hip width apart, arms just dangling down. We'll take this into that three-part breath of joy. Let's inhale the arms straight out in front of us, open them up, and then inhale all the way up. On the exhalation, release and let it go. So take it on up. Inhale, inhale, inhale all the way up. And here, release. Open up the mouth. Just let it go. Inhale, 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 exhale, release. Let's see this as like those phases of the moon. Inhaling, opening up more, opening up fully, and then shining the light down. One more. Inhale, 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 exhale, release. And just let the body hang for a moment. Swing the arms back from side to side. And then slowly, with your chin tucked in, if you don't have any back issues here, then just allow your body to slowly roll up, stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. As always, if you have some issues, rather than rolling the body up, just extend out into a flat back or neutral spine. Push your hips forward and stand right on up that way, so you're not taxing the spinal column. But if it's okay with your body, allow yourself to roll on up. Let the shoulders be soft. Maybe even bring them up to the ears for a moment. Roll them back and drop them back down. Of course, we know that the beauty, the brightness of the moon is simply a reflection of the sun. So we allow, in a sense, for ourselves, the light of the great mystery of life to shine down on us, and then to take that gift that we are and shine it right back out. So let's do that with the sun breath, honoring the sun that provides that light. Inhale the arms up till the palms meet, turn them out. Exhale, pushing that energy back out and down. Inhale, rise up. Palms meet, turn out, exhale back down. Two more. Just swing the hands right into Anjali Mudra at the heart there. Feeling strong and confident in this giftedness that you are. Now I'm going to move ourselves down to the other end of this mat. We're going to start off with some sun salutations to get things warmed up a little bit more. So if you'd step down to the front end of your mat. First one is going to be still kind of a warm up here. So let's just take it nice and slow. Standing in our mountain pose. Maybe lift up those toes for a moment to just feel yourself anchored on this earth. We can observe and be grateful for the beauty and the wonder and the life energy that we get from the sun and the moon, we are people of the earth. It can be a reflection of them. Let's keep those feet anchored here. Dropping the toes back down if you've lifted them. Let's inhale the arms up to an extended mountain pose, keeping the spine nice and straight, a little soft back bend though. And then folding it forward again. Inhale, exhale, push your bottom back in, come into a standing forward fold. Inhale, rise up to a neutral spine. Every time we come to this, think of pressing back through the bottom, reaching out through the crown of the head, and then exhale, fold. Inhaling, exhale, step that left foot back behind you and do a nice deep long lunge. Pressing back through that heel. Notice that your right knee is over the ankle or behind it, back foot is pointed forward, anchored on the toes and the ball of the foot, pressing back to that heel. Let's inhale the hips up, a little bit of lift. Right knee's going to straighten out a little bit, but then exhale, drop the hips down. Don't let that knee touch down, but we're just keep pushing back through that extended left heel, sinking the hips in, getting a nice stretch to the groin. Inhale, let's lift up the hips. Exhale, step the right foot back and come into plank. Anytime we're in plank, of course, you can always drop the knees. Notice how you got this straight line though, from the knees through the hips to the shoulders to the crown of the head to keep the core engaged. If you can keep up on all fours, don't let the hips sag down. Keep them up so you've got a little bit of work going on, energy right there in your core. On this first flow, we're going to pause halfway through. It's that awkward position right in the middle of Cobra. So on a deep inhalation here. As you exhale, we're going to drop the knees, keep the elbows tucked in, protect the shoulders, drop your chin or your heart like you're planting it into this wonderful spring soil, but keep your bottom up there. It's a little bit awkward. You feel a little bit more in the lower back. One more breath. On the next exhalation, when you uncurl the toes, let the hips drop down. Because we're holding it, you'll feel those shoulders probably tucked up along your ears. Take a moment to ruffle those feathers back down the back. Then with a little extra pressure, press into the tops of the feet, into the quads. Feel like you're taking your mat and pulling it back. Your hands are going to be planted under the shoulders. Pull it back, breathe into the belly, and lift up into a cobra. Hold for breath. On the next exhalation, we'll lower it back down. We'll curl the toes behind us, press the hips back on that inhalation, and start to lift the hips up into a downward facing dog. And as it is our first down dog of the day, you might want to pedal the feet there and walk the dog, softening one knee and pressing the opposite heel down, back and forth, feeling each time. Now then you can kind of push that energy up towards the hips. A lot of weight often stays right out here. You don't want it there. Let's pull it up into the hips. One more good inhalation. Rising up a little higher. Exhale, settle the heels down. They might be lifted up a little bit. The knees might have some bend. That is absolutely fine. Your body is finding how to work into that pose in the best way it can, and work with that. Inhale. On the next exhalation, we'll step the right foot forward. Take a moment to check your alignment. This foot often gets caught on the way up. You can just grab the heel or the Achilles, punch the foot forward so you get that front knee over the ankle or behind it. Back foot's pointed forward. Inhale, lift up the hips. Exhale, press off the back foot and you come into a standing forward fold. Release head, neck, and shoulders. We'll inhale, rise up into a reverse swan dive. Palms will meet up overhead. Exhale to the heart. Just keep going with the flow of life here. Inhale up, soft back bend. Exhaling there. Inhale, now bring it back to center. Exhale, push your bottom back, fold forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, rise up to neutral spine. Press back through the tail, reach out through the crown. Exhale, back down. Inhaling in your standing forward fold. Hands beside the feet. Exhale, step the right leg back. So now again, we check that alignment. Front knees over the ankle or even behind it a bit. Back foot. Toes are pointed forward. Push back through the extended right heel. Let's inhale the hips up a bit. Tucking that front knee in a little bit. Exhale. Sink the hips down, press back to the extended right heel. Good deep stretch down that right leg as you also work in all the way up into the groin. Inhale the hips up. Exhale, slide the left foot back into plank. Again, knees can drop if you need. Another option for you if you drop the knees is to just bring the feet up. You can work it that way as well. Into your plank. Good deep inhalation. We're going to pause one more time on this round, right in the middle of our cobra flow. So as you exhale, we'll drop knees, plant the heart and the chin down. Hold that bottom up in the air. Keep the elbows tucked in. Support the shoulders. Now we'll inhaling on this next one as you exhale. Uncurl the toes, drop the hips down, shuffle those shoulders down. Here, let's pause for a moment. Taking a good breath here. Breathing into the belly, press into the tops of the feet, pull the mat back, lift up the gaze into cobra. Holding for one more breath. And then we'll release it back down. Curl the toes behind you. Inhale, press the hips back, lift up, and exhale into downward facing dog. Go ahead and shake the head out, move the neck around a little bit. Yes and no. And a nice inhalation, rising up higher into the hips. As you exhale, let's step the left foot forward. Again, check the alignment. Foot can get caught. It's okay. Step it forward then. Take a moment. Punch that foot forward. Inhale, we'll lift up the hips. Exhale, press off the right foot. Standing forward fold. Release head, neck, and shoulders. On the next inhalation, let's rise up. Till the palms meet up overhead. And exhale right into the heart. Okay, we're going to keep going. Got that energy, light, love. Let's let it flow. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to neutral spine. Exhale, fold. Follow the breath. Inhale, step the left foot back behind you. Exhale, slide the right. Plank. Good deep inhalation in your plank. We're not going to pause this time. Exhale, drop knees, chin and chest. Flow through. Lift up the heart and shine your face. Full moon face. Lowering down, curling toes as you inhale, lift up into the downward facing dog. On that exhalation, pressing the heels down. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Exhale, push off of the back left foot, step it forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Palms meet. Exhaling into the heart. Keep that breath and life and energy flowing. Inhale, right back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to neutral spine, pressing back, reaching out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the right foot back. Exhale, follow it with the left. Good deep inhalation in plank. Keep that core actively engaged. Exhale, knees, chin and chest, flow and shine. Inhale, curling toes, pressing hips back, lifting up. Downward facing dog on the exhalation. Settle the heels in nice and deep. Then inhale, step the left foot forward. Exhale, push off the back right foot, step it forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Palms meet. Exhale to the heart. Wonderful. We got our bodies warmed up, good energy flowing. Let's take it right into another flow here then. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to neutral spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're going to step the left foot back, but this time as you drop it back, turn that heel in and the toes out. Check your alignment. Front knees over the ankle or behind it. If you do a line from this front heel back to the back left heel, it'd be right there in a straight line. Even though this left foot is turned out and the heel is in. Arms reach out in front. Let's lift up into a warrior two then. Elevate it. Inhale, lift up and swivel that left arm back behind you. Let the palms, you maybe start with the arms up, but then drop them down so you can feel the shoulders drop on the back. Check out your alignment. We're not leaning into this. We're going to stand up tall in our warrior two. Imagine if you could draw the two thighs towards one another. Feet are staying engaged. If you drew those thighs together, maybe feel a little extra oomph, lifting you straight up. Being a person of strength, of light, energy. Feeling that light, that energy, that strength. Drop the left hand onto the leg, circle the right arm up and overhead, and come up into a shining warrior. Feel this right side of your body is now opened up like the crescent moon here, shining its light out to the side. And remembering that we are people of the earth, just reflecting this great energy and light of the mystery of life. Let's stay planted here by rotating this right arm right forward, right onto the right knee. Take your left arm and just work it all the way to the back, turning the gaze kind of up and backward. If you can reach that left hand down to the back side for the lower right hip, maybe draw this left shoulder open and back. Here you are, shining out your wonderful full moon self. This is, by the way, the pinkest I could come with today. I just don't do pink very well. Inhale that left arm back up to the sky. Press back to the extended left leg's outer edge of that foot. Feel really anchored there. Then take that left arm over the head for a full extended side angle. Feeling the energy pulling up out of the earth through that foot, through the leg, through the side body, and sending it out into the universe. We're going to rise back up into the strength of warrior two on the inhalation. Lift up, draw the arms back out into warrior two. Now lengthening out through the right fingertips, tuck that right knee in. And then exhale, plant yourself into this life. Hand touching towards the earth, arm reaching up for the sky. Triangle. If you got a block, you could set that block right here beside this leg. Set it here. The hand can rest on the shin. Don't feel like you've got to get all the way down. It's often overstretching this groin and the hamstrings. Just let the arm, if you fold the body right into its natural position, chances are it's not going to get to the earth. Just allow it to be where it needs to be. Inhale, let's lift up the body. Extend the arms out, then swivel the feet so they're pointing forward. Feet are now right looking at the front end of your long side of your mat. We'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, come to a neutral spine here, halfway down, and pause. Push back through the bottom. Reach out through the crown of the head. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let the hands come back down to the mat or the floor there beneath you. Hands can be underneath your shoulders or just outside your ears. And we'll slip that right hand right underneath your face. Good deep inhalation here. On the exhalation, sweep the left arm up to the sky. Always looking for kind of a straight line here. This hand pressing into the earth, the arm reaching up for the sky. It's a line going up through your shoulders and then straight up through those fingertips. Turning the gaze to the upper left hand can help facilitate that twist. Inhale, press down and reach up. Exhale, swing the left hand back down to the earth and then replace the right now with the left hand. With an inhalation, let's swing the right arm up to the sky. Pressing down and reaching up. Our hand touching the earth, our hand reaching for the sky. Our body, a kind of conduit between earth and sky. We provide some of the light, the sun, beauty of the moon, reflecting both in our energy, in our movement. Inhale there, one more, and on the exhalation, we'll swing that right hand back down to the mat and have opened up the hands a little bit, and lift them off the mat. Come back to that neutral spine position. Press back through the tail, reach out through the crown, push the hips forward and stand right on up. Swinging the arms back in and around to the heart. Let's kind of bend into this right knee just a little bit. We're going to try to push ourselves down to that left side of the mat. Push off of it and step right back into our mountain pose here. And I'm going to rotate. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to neutral spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the right foot back behind you now. Come into our lunge. Let's rotate that back heel in, toes are out. Find the alignment, front knees over the ankle or behind it, back foot, heel is turned in. Let's open up by lifting up the body and swiveling it open into Warrior Two. Again, finding our grounded self here on this earth in a pose of strength, stability. Reach out, kind of starting from the center of your collarbones. Start to feel that lengthen out through the shoulders. Reach out through the fingertips. Palms are down, so the shoulder blades, just allow them to hang off the back. Come back to that intention of what your gift is. Let's drop this right hand onto the leg. Take your left arm. Let's let that gift shine. There it is. Open it up. Breathe into the left rib cage. Like you want it to be brighter. Illuminate that gift even more. And then as if to share it, circle the left arm all the way over onto the left knee. Take the right hand, drop it across the back, looking for the lower left hip, turning the gaze back and up, pulling the right shoulder back. So we shine it out. And then let's energetically send it out. Sweep the right arm off the back. Press back through the outer edge of that back extended leg. And then extend the right arm right over the head into a full extended side angle. Imagine you are locked in. You're plugged in here. And the energy is rising up that leg through the side torso, right out through this right arm. And we're going to lift right back up into Warrior Two. Finding ourselves grounded here. Inhale, tuck the front knee in as you reach out with the left fingertips. Exhale, fold into triangle. Gaze can go to the upper right hand. Left hand can rest on the leg or a block. Inhale, let's lift up the body again, extending out. Let's rotate the feet so that they're pointed forward again. Draw the arms up overhead on your next inhalation. Come back to that neutral spine position in our wide leg pose. Fold halfway down, push your bottom back. The hinge is right here at the hips. Not the back folding, the hips. Push the hips back, fold down. Inhale, push back, reach out. Exhale, hands back to the mat. All right, we did a rotated or revolved wide leg forward fold. Let's let this one be a little bit more playful. If you bend into your right knee, you could sweep the hands down to that side. But you could also bend into the left knee and bring them back over here. Or you could just allow it to be a wonderful wave. And just take that back and forth. Sweeping it playfully, gracefully, however your body's feeling it. What is the energy of your gift? Maybe it wants to get a little bit more crazy, or maybe it just wants to be very slow and gentle. We're going to end up down here at the left side of the mat. Take it all the way down. You can pause the hands there. Walk them back to center. Inhale, lift the arms right out alongside the ears. hold, press back to the tail, reach out to the crown. On the next inhalation, push the hips forward, stand right on up, sweep the arms around to the heart. Again, let's now bend into this right knee. We're going to press out to the left side of the mat again, push and step off. This time let's just keep ourselves pointed this way as we now go into that salutation to this wonderful full pink moon of April. If you stay down on this end of your mat, we're going to work our way to that end and come all the way back with a lovely flowing moon salutation. I'm going to add one other little thing. I have two moon salutations that I've shared with you many times before. I want to take one piece of the first salutation. We're going to do the more challenging second one. I want to add that lifting of the moon. And I want you to keep in mind your gift. And when we lift that moon, imagine you not only lifting up the moon, but lifting up the gift that you have been given and bringing that right out here into the world and holding it. Okay. Got that gift in your heart? Let's lift it up. Inhale up. Exhale. Fold over to the left. Nice standing crescent. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, open up that right leg right into the center of your mat. Let's open up the feet by turning the heels in, the toes out. We can let the arms come out out from the shoulders, or I tend to kind of keep mine up here in a X formation, a 5-star. Inhaling here. We're going to drop ourselves into Goddess. Exhale. Slip the hips straight down and fold into Goddess. Remembering that gift of you, holding it right here. Inhale, come back up. Open the feet up a little bit wider. We're pointing the toes forward now so that the heels and toes might be aligned with one another. And we're going to exhale back into that forward fold. But here, just allow your arms to fold right down over the legs. Coming down onto your ankles or shins, to the knees, wherever your body gets to. And then bowing the head. And release your hands from wherever they're holding onto and set them right here onto the mat underneath your head with the palms facing up, one hand layered on top of the other. And notice this lovely moon that you're holding in your arms right there. And let's lift it up by stretching its light across the horizon. As you inhale, come up to that neutral spine and stretch the arms out to the side. Then flip the palms up, push the hips forward, and let the moon rise up. Fingertips are going to touch, and then your face is right there in the center of the moon. As you exhale, sweep the arms all the way out and bring it right to your waistline, like you're holding the moon right here within you. Now rotate that right foot straight down the mat. Left foot is right on the edge of this mat. Reach the arms out. We're going into triangle. Exhale into triangle. Gaze to the upper hand. Inhale, lift the body back up. Let's swivel the hips so that they're looking down the long end of the mat. Bring the arms up overhead. Keep the front knee tucked in, pyramid, but we're going to fold head to knee, exhale down, head to knee. Now while you're down here, ideally the front knee's locked in, the back heel is down. But let's take that back foot, swivel it so that the foot now is in alignment with this left hip and it's pointed forward. Go ahead and bend into your front right knee. Knee is over the ankle or behind it. Sweep the arms up and come up into a crescent lunge. Breathe in. Feel yourself shining out. And now sweeping the arms to the inside of that right foot. Rotate both feet to the long side of the mat again. Keep the left leg straight. Right knee is bent. Bend into the knee and just get a nice stretch down the interior of this left leg. Sliding the left leg towards you, kind of rock the hips back into place. Drop your heels down if you can, letting the bottom set in between. We'll take the hands together here and then press them in. Palms together, elbows tucking on the inside of the knees, and press. If this is really too challenging for you, you can always take a block and set it right underneath your bum here. Nothing wrong with that. Make it work for you. All right, hands back down to the mat. Front knee, the left knee now is going to be pointed forward. Take that right leg and stretch it down the mat. We're just going to take this back the other way. And then begin to swivel the hips. So now we're looking down towards the left end of the mat. Front knee, now the right knee is over the left knee is over the ankle or behind it. Back foot's pointed forward. Let's rise up into that crescent. If you'd like, you can drop this back knee, come up this way, bring the hands first, or scoop them right off the mat and lift up. Breathe, lift, shine. On the inhalation, sweep the hands back down to the mat. Rotate that back heel now so it's tucked in. Toes are out, heels are in alignment with each other. But now tuck the front knee in. So you come right into that pyramid head to knee pose. If the knee needs to bend a little bit to greet the head, it's okay. You got your hamstrings protecting itself. This knee doesn't have to be tucked all the way in. Listen to your body. Do what's right for it. Inhale, we'll rise up now. Bring those arms. Keep the knee tucked in. Lift the arms up and swivel that right arm all the way back behind you. Reach out through the left fingertips. Exhale, fold into triangle. Gaze to the upper hand. Inhale, the arms level again. Then rotate the feet so they're pointed forward. Even further, tuck the heels in, toes out. Arms are extended out into 5-star. And as you exhale, let's drop the hips straight down into goddess. Holding the moon right here, like you've got it in your arms. Or holding your great gift. And you are shining, giving it away. Be that big full moon. Inhale, we'll lift the body back up. Now we're going to kind of step this left foot right over to the right. Get the feet pointed forward. We're down at the end of the right side of the mat. Exhale, fold over, standing crescent to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, crescent to the right. Inhale, back to center, palms together. Exhale to the heart. So that's one side of our flow. We want to take the cycle of the moon. The moon goes through that cycle each month. So we want to end where we started. We're going to try to take this one like we did with the sun salutation, now coming back right on the breath. So it might feel like it's a little fast. We're just going to try to keep it relaxed, but work with the breath. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, crescent to the right. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, crescent left. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, step the left foot out into the middle of the mat. Rotate the heels in. Let the arms drop out a bit. Exhale into goddess. Inhale, press down, lift up, rotate those feet so they're pointed forward a little bit more. Maybe even open the legs up. As you exhale, push the bottom back and fold right down into your wide leg forward fold. Slipping the hands off the legs, let's take them right underneath us. One palm layered on top of the other, facing upward, holding the moon there in your arms. Let's lift it and stretch it out to the horizon. Inhale and flip the arms up, press the hips forward, let that moon rise up. And on the exhalation, swing it around and then hold it there within you. Now we'll rotate that right foot straight, or left foot straight down the mat. Inhale, open the arms up, lengthen out through the fingertips. Exhale, fold into triangle. Inhale, lift back up, swivel the hips, arms extend upward. Exhale, head to knee from your triangle pose. Rotate the back foot so it's pointed forward. Bend into the front knee. Carefully, as you will, take the knee down or hands to the leg. Exhale, sweep up into a crescent lunge. Inhale, sweeping the hands to the interior of the leg. Rotate the feet so that pointing towards the long end of the mat. Press into the left knee. Keep the right leg straight. Inhaling next, slide the foot in. Arms tuck inside the legs, palms together. Exhale, press and lift up through the crown of the head. Inhale, hands back to the mat. Right knee forward, left leg extends down the mat to the end. Interior stretch on the exhalation. Inhale, walk the feet and the body now, looking down towards the right end of the mat. On the exhalation, rise up, crescent lunge. Press back to the extended left heel. Inhale, swirl the arms back to the earth. Tuck that back heel down. Tuck the front knee in and bow the head to the knee on an exhalation. Head to knee from your pyramid. Inhale, rise up. As you rise up, extend that left arm back behind you. Reach out through the right. Exhale, back into triangle. Inhale, lift the body back up. Rotate the heels so that they're pointed inward, toes are out. Exhale, back into goddess. Inhale, rise up. Step the right foot to the end of the mat. Palms together up above. Exhale, crescent to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, crescent to the left. Inhale to center, palms together. Exhale right to the heart. And we have done an honorable job of honoring the moon and the sun and recognizing that we carry a similar energy and light in us to share. I'm going to rotate this just a little bit now so I'm facing away. Now the short end of the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up to neutral spine. Exhale, fold. As you hang down here, you might want to let the knees get a little soft. Reach down. See if you can lift up the toes and slip your fingers underneath the toes and even onto the balls of the feet, so that you're stepping on your fingers. Just the fingers, not the whole hand. And then start to straighten the legs up. Lift the hips up. Try to breathe deeply, like you want to come back to that flat back and neutral spine, but the hands are tucked underneath, getting in a little deeper, extended stretch through the backs of the legs. The knees can stay soft, of course. You just have to listen to your body. Release the head, neck, and shoulders. One more breath here. Lift up into the hips. Stretch through the arms. And then kind of work the hands out from underneath the feet. Soften the knees. Let your bottom start to work its way down. Walk the hands behind you. And let's press the bottom back behind us here and extend the legs out into Dandasana, the staff pose. We'll take the hands just slightly, the base of the palm slightly behind the hip. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. Take an inhalation here. Let's reach the arms up. Remembering what that felt like in your standing forward fold. Keep a nice straight spine here as you exhale. Continue to fold forward. Maybe pause halfway through it. Take an inhalation where you can draw the navel in. You can reach out a little bit more through the crown of the head. The fingertips as a guide. Exhale, continue to fold. And wherever the hands reach this time, remembering you had them tucked underneath the feet when you were in a standing position, how does that work here in this seated position? If the knees, again, want to lift a bit to greet the forehead, it's like the sun and the moon coming together. And then release that. Let's let our body sit right back up. Take your hands alongside here. Push your bottom forward just a little bit more. Hands underneath the thighs. And we can roll right on back onto our backs here. You can do an Apanasana squeeze. Hands on the knees or the shin or in the fold of the legs behind the knees. And pressing the legs down. And soften that. Hands on the shin or the knees. Let's guide the knees in circles. And then back the other way. Slip the arms now inside the legs. Grab a hold of the big toes with your index, middle finger, and thumb. But keeping the knees bent, slip the lower part of your legs up into a happy baby pose. And once you're in this happy baby pose, you can rock the happy baby back and forth from side to side. And we're going to start to make our way towards Shavasana. So as you're working with this happy baby, maybe you recognize there's still some place, something else in your body that needs a little attention. Feet can come down to the mat, maybe a windshield wiper the legs. Take care of whatever you need to do. And when you're ready, you can slide the legs down the mat. Let the arms come alongside the body, preferably facing up. Lower the gaze, close the eyes. And come into this restful pose of Shavasana. Maybe allow your mind's eye to kind of skate down through the body if you recognize a certain spot that's just holding a little tension right now. Take that breath, direct it towards wherever that spot might be. And invite it to soften, find some light. And while you were resting in that final pose, as always, I'm going to share a poem with you. Came upon this poem. I shared it a couple of years ago. I had a couple of classes and forgotten about it. Today, these times that we are living in, seems even more appropriate. It also seems to be a nice dovetail to a little reflection I offered a day or two ago. Just simply called The Moon and the Sun.